Hey everyone, welcome back. Hope you're all doing well, and for those joining us for the first time, we're honored to have you here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. No one in the world really wants the Israel-Iran conflict, which at first was just a war of words, to turn into a full-blown war. But unfortunately, that scary scenario has now become a reality. What triggered it all? Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu launched an airstrike targeting an Iranian military base near a nuclear site. The attack killed several Iranian scientists and a top commander from the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, or IRGC. Iran, a country with respected military power in the Middle East, didn't stay silent. They hit back hard with a counterattack that caused serious damage to Israel, the country that, after all, lit the match that started this fire. Now, Israel clearly knew who they were up against. When it comes to pure military strength, Israel is slightly stronger than Iran, at least according to the Global Firepower Military Ranking site, which places Israel at 15th and Iran a bit lower. So it's not surprising Israel felt confident enough to risk starting a war. But here's the thing. In terms of manpower, Iran has the upper hand. With a population of 88.3 million, Iran can mobilize up to 1.1 million people. Media, crowds in Tehran, Iranian military recruitment, aerial view of large crowds in Iran, 610,000 active personnel, 350,000 in reserves, and 220,000 in paramilitary forces. Israel, on the other hand, has a population of just 9.4 million and a total military force of 670,000. Media, Tel Aviv cityscape with Israeli flag, Israeli military personnel group photo, Israel population map, 170,000 active, 465,000 reserves, and 35,000 paramilitary. Still, since this conflict hasn't turned into a full-scale war yet, the number of troops at each country's disposal isn't having a major impact. That's because both sides are mainly relying on airstrikes rather than ground forces. So let's dive deeper into the air defense strength of each country, especially in Israel's Operation Rising Lion and Iran's Operation True Promise. In Operation Rising Lion, Israel reportedly deployed at least 200 combat units. One of the key players was the F-35 Adir, a customized version of the F-35 Lightning II, specifically upgraded for the Israeli Air Force. These jets played a major role in targeting over 100 Iranian sites, including uranium enrichment facilities, missile production sites like Natanz, and Iranian air defense systems. Alongside the F-35 Adir, Israel also used upgraded F-16I Sufa jets. These fighters were customized to meet the Israeli Air Force's operational needs and helped support the F-35S with electronic warfare and decoy missions to distract and suppress Iran's air defenses. The F-15I Ra'am, a heavily modified version of the F-15 Strike Eagle, also played a crucial role. It was used for heavy bombing missions on reinforced targets and in follow-up strikes after the initial wave by the F-35S, targeting missile depots, logistics hubs, and command centers. However, despite all these high-tech jets, some video footage going around online shows these aircraft getting shot down and ending up as useless wreckage, thanks to Iran's tough air defense systems, which are not to be underestimated. Iran knows very well that Israel has a sophisticated multi-layered air defense system, making it hard to penetrate. But while Israel relies on advanced aircraft, Iran still uses older fleets like the American-made F-4S and F-5S, and Soviet-era MiG-29S. Iran hasn't yet developed a fifth-generation fighter jet, so instead of sending in aircraft, it focuses on launching ballistic missiles. During the latest attacks, Iran reportedly launched Fateh ballistic missiles, which are said to be extremely effective. They can hit targets up to 1,400 kilometers away and have maneuvering capabilities that make them hard to intercept by enemy air defenses. These missiles not only reached Israeli territory but were tough for Israel's defense systems to stop. With that kind of missile capability, Iran doesn't have to risk losing its air force like Israel does. There are even reports that Iran successfully hit the headquarters of Israel's intelligence agency, Mossad, with ballistic missiles. The IRGC later confirmed they had used their Rudel missile box, a launch system packed with powerful ballistic weapons. Iran reportedly used a missile with a range of 1,400 kilometers to target the Israeli intelligence agency headquarters. Although this hasn't been officially confirmed, if true, it would be a serious blow to Israel. In its attacks, Israel also deployed its prized drone, the Hermes 900, a surveillance and reconnaissance UAV used to spy on Iran. But unfortunately for Israel, reports say Iran managed to shoot it down, proving that Tehran's air defenses were able to stop it. In contrast, Iran has been using kamikaze drones like the Shahed 136 to strike inside Israel. This drone carries a 50-kilogram warhead and can fly up to 2,500 kilometers. It's relatively cheap and effective for targeting important Israeli infrastructure. Iran also has another UAV, the Aras, which can deliver strong blows as well. When it comes to drones and missile development, Iran is actually one of the most advanced countries in the Middle East. Its drones and missiles are respected for being fully developed and highly capable. That said, Iran does have a major weakness. Its air defense system is still not strong enough, which makes it vulnerable to Israeli airstrikes on Tehran. However, Iran has managed to work around this by building underground weapons storage facilities, making them hard to target from the air. On the flip side, Israel has poured huge amounts of money into building one of the most advanced, multi-layered air defense systems in the region. In fact, Israel is often considered the only country in the Middle East with such a sophisticated system. But even then, it's still at risk, because Iran has modern missile tech that could penetrate Israel's layered defenses. Still, Iran should be cautious. Israel hasn't even brought out its ballistic missile units yet, and it has the Jericho 2 missile, which can carry large amounts of explosives or even powerful nuclear warheads. A single megaton equals 1,000 kilograms of TNT. That's devastating firepower, but Israel also needs to be careful. The Iranian Revolutionary Guard hasn't yet deployed its Khorramshahr ballistic missile, which is capable of carrying a 1-ton warhead and travels at 6 times the speed of sound. So, when you look at all this, you can say that Israel clearly has the edge in terms of precision intelligence and advanced layered defense. That's why its attacks on Iran could be devastating. But Iran still holds an advantage when it comes to missile quantity, and it has a strong proxy network and long-term strategy. That's why Israel would be making a big mistake if it underestimates Iran. Thanks for watching. We appreciate your time. Don't forget to follow S News, check out our upcoming videos, and support us with a like, comment, and